Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-up. Bye-up. Alright, as you can tell by that motherfucking thumbnail right there. Dum, 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 dum. Alright, pinchy Little Dave, right? Little Dave. The out bad ex-international president of the Mongols Motorcycle Club. First and foremost, before I say anything about this Bob Wilson, I want to say respects to the Mongols Motorcycle Club, the one percenter group, man, that's been doing their thing in a vicious fashion, man. A lot of respects, man. They do a lot for the community, a lot for their clubhouse to be shown that they're real motherfuckers in real life, right? And that's just first and foremost. That's a fact. And in Menudo style in direct fashion, though, we're going to get straight into this one. As you can tell in the last few days, there's been new and improved evidence, right? To show to the contrary that the Vato, Little Dave, was saying a little bit of this or a little bit of that. I can't call it like an alcoholic. What I will say, as a matter of factly and actually, that we did, myself and a convict's perspective, did have some inner dealings, some intermingling with this Vato at one point in time. We did chop it up with them, okay? When about a year ago, his old lady dropped that infamous recording to which you just seen on the other channel, man. I think it's Throttle News or something like that, Biker Throttle News. Respects, man. I love his work. It happened, right? His old lady felt some type of way. They got in an argument. He was drunk. The vato was all pisteando. He says, oh, yeah, we only got a year, right? So I need an extra strategy, right? He needed an extra strategy. Now, those of us that have been incarcerated, those of us that know the game, know that when you talk exit strategies, you talk this, you talk that, more than likely, it's because you have something to hide or somewhere to go. Who can I run to? You're trying to run somewhere. You're trying to run away from the fact that you're going to be exposed for something that's not becoming, right, of your character. Now, this Vato, I can't take nothing away from him. He worked his way. So let's get to what degree of working, I can't call it. But my antennas were up when I see that he worked his way to the top of a very infamous, well-recognized, very noticeable motorcycle club in the motorcycle community, okay? That's a fact, right? You can't deny it, you can't dispel it, you can't take away the motherfucking credentials. This Vato was the president of the Mongols. That's a fact, right? But no reflections of what he's doing should hold bearings on them. Okay? A man is a man. That's it. That's all it can be. Or a woman nowadays, but, you know, that's something different. We'll let them figure that out. I don't know what his pronoun is. Anyway, trip out. So, this Vato obviously had some willings and dealings with a federal officer. Okay? That's on him. You know, he reached out to myself as well as Rojo from a convict's perspective. Rojo, what is it? The Rojo Room? Orale, the homeboy. Reached out to him and was like, hey, man, I want to tell my side of the story, dude. What I got to say about it, this is what happened. And we could tell within 5 minutes of our interaction, man, something ain't right. This Vato's trying to utilize the platforms as a cover-up or to get his point across. Now, that's neither here nor there. Every man wants to be spoken and should be heard. Believed is a different word from heard, right? We weren't believing it. We definitely weren't believing it, but at the same time, man, we were going to give the man his respect because of his position at that given time. You know, we're going to give him that love. We're going to let him speak on what he needs to speak to. But just recently, there's been pictures. Oh, no, he didn't. There's pictures of him fraternizing with the federal government official, to which supposedly was his handler. Okay? Now, of course, he says, no, it wasn't. No, I don't even know handle. Shit, I can't even handle my motherfucking bike, right? He said that this was not his handler. He had nothing to do with saying anything, speaking on the club or speaking on inner workings or anything. But it looks different, Holmes. Anyone from the outside looking in can see that things look peculiar. That's the word, peculiar. How you say it? Right? Word of the day, peculiar. It looks very peculiar, right? It looks like there's more than meets the eye that's fucking actually going on there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Vato told on the world, right? And I'm not going to sit here and say he did it. But at the same time, it's looking mighty suspect, suspicious, fugazi, fake, real. Can't call it and like an alcoholic. You know what I mean? I know that when he talked to myself as well as Rojo, this is exactly how it sounded. I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say. What can I do, right? Gunner, what can I do? What do you suggest? I'm not a pinchy biker. I don't know what to do. So that's, I couldn't spell hardly, right? But what I can tell you is you need to speak your piece, Holmes, if you feel that's what you have to do, and put it out there. So Sasuke, the Vato fucking spoke his piece. Halfway through speaking his piece, he decided his piece wasn't right, and we all know how that ended up. He went back on his word when it came to talking to me and Rojo, and so the retaliation was a must where we're from, Red Rum, right? We had to come back clapping harder than ever. Now, that's neither here nor there, but what is here, and what's not there, is the fact that just recently someone else has put out more evidence saying that he probably told, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I pay attention to what's going on around me. I watch YouTube channels indubitably, right? That's what I do in a menudo, not a direct fashion. Being a YouTuber and being part of this fucking genre and being part of this fucking YouTube Yadar community or whatever you want to call it, I see what's going on around me. So when this shit popped up, little Dave, I said, oh the wind's blocked. Wait up. Yeah, the people still. I need to address this shit because this Vato at one point in time did slander my character and my name. So after I tried to keep it realer than real deal Holyfield with 2 ears on his ass, so did I shit up Tigered and Mike Tyson his ass. But at the same time, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So now I'm here to say this. It's mighty fishy. It's mighty fishy, okay? I've had a homeboy. I'm going to tell you guys a little story that actually worked with the federal government. You know what I mean? Thank God he didn't say my name. I didn't give him a reason to say my name. Fuck that. I was out the way all day. I was out there chilling in the baby. But the Vato did do that, right? He was a confidential informant slash fucking black my name out. You know, he said what he said, did what he did. And I'm not going to sit here and say fucking the reasons behind it and Sasuke his fucking... I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't really care. It wasn't me, right? But I will say that I have seen it and I've seen people try to say, Charlie Holmes, we were just cool. You know, when people are basically going against each other, you start to work together for power. Like, nah, I never seen that. And that was little Dave's whole get down. He said, oh, well, you know, I try to keep it cordial and try to keep it civil with this guy, even though he was trying to take my whole club down, trying to take our patches, trying to take our fucking memorabilia, trying to shut our whole fucking organization down, our whole clubhouse down. I was keeping it cool with them. I call cagada. There's no way that you're going to be cool with anyone who poses a potential threat to your people, but you got to keep it cordial. Fuck no, you ain't got to keep it cordial. This Vato is basically saying, we're going to take you guys down. We're trying our hardest to take you guys and tear you guys apart, but we're going to go have a steak dinner. We're going to keep it cordial. Fuck you and that steak. It's like, yeah, steak sounds good right now, you know? But still, at the end of the day, that steak ain't that good, humps. You know what I mean? Knock that flavor right out your mouth indubitably because this Vato is basically telling you that you and your people, man, ain't got nothing coming, yet you're going to work with them? Sounds fucking catfishy to me, right? It smells like straight pescado. Smells like torta. You know what I mean? And not the kind that smells good. Anyways, so when I seen this quite recently, just the other day, and this guy bringing out pictures and more evidence, you know, I don't like to side with anyone in a situation, but man, I call a spade. I call realer than real, right? Steel sharpens steel. So I seen it and I was like, I have to agree, man. After the conversations I had with Dave and his wife and after looking at this evidence, man, it's ugly. It's ugly. But then you ask yourself, right? Well, how can you judge him? You're no one to judge him. You're right. Absolutely, motherfucking positively, indubitably right. I am not judging that man. I'm just saying in the world of YouTube, it looks fucked up, man. Right? So let it go. Right? Why does this man have the need or feel the pressure to keep proving himself that he didn't tell on anyone? If you didn't do it, you didn't do it, homes. Let bygones be bygones. Jump on your fucking Harley, homie, and fly on. That's all he has to do. But he continues to want to somehow prove his credibility. Now I know there's Vatos like, fuck that. If he didn't do it, put it out there, Dave. Nah, man, it's good. It's good content, you know? We love seeing the bullshit. We love seeing the drama. I know I do. You know, I'm sitting here watching like this. I'm down on bended knees. I'm sitting here watching it, tripping out on it. But I have some inside information. You know what I mean? I did talk to the individual himself, and everything that he ever told me was kind of like, so, what do I say? And how do I do this? And how do I do? I don't fucking know. You just say you didn't tell. What if you didn't tell, you didn't tell. That's the way I would say it. You know, fuck that. I mean, I didn't do that. Bella, whoever believes that. Verga for those that don't, and verga for those that do. And I'm pushing. And that's it, straight up. When you're someone of that level, and that's what tripped me out. Let me tell you this. This is what tripped me. I'm going to put you into the mind state of the gun. When that Vato fucking tapped in with me and Rojo, when that Vato was telling us his story, he was like a motherfucking deer with the headlights. That Vato was like a fucking mole in a hole, right? He was just like, Bro, I don't even know why they're saying this about me. Because your old lady put a fucking video out. No one said it. You said it yourself, bro. Fill you up with unleaded, right? A dub. It ain't gonna get you nowhere, but you know what I mean? Inflation. But anyway, then Vato fucking said what he said. So I tripped out on the way he was just conversing with some people. First of all, he did not know. And then second of all, asking my opinion. So I'm just a YouTuber at that time with 15,000 subscribers. In fact, I didn't even have a channel. My shit had just got shut down, the first channel. Now I'm 40,000 strong. We're pushing a boom banglet. But that's different. But at that time, I didn't even have a platform. But he still was reaching out to the homies and reaching out to myself to ask for advice on what should he do. We gave him that advice. He didn't stick with that advice. And you see how he ended up. Sabes que con non chaleco and it's all bad. Bam, jump on your V-climb push. That's just what it is. For those of you that don't know, that's fucking biker jargon in a Chicano fashion. Bang, bang. See? I know a little bit about a lot of it. So anyways, I seen this shit the other day, and people are like, hey, you know, maybe the way he was speaking, that he was working as an undercover Fed, man, to infiltrate his club and get him broke down and this and that. And there's been a lot of he said, she said, and I don't honestly believe that. Nah, Charlie Holmes. The Vato was a biker. The Vato was committed to his crew. He was committed to the clubhouse. I think somewhere along the line, he's seen a way he can make a little bag, man, and he can wiggle up out the situation. You know, when you're the international president or the leader or the llavero or the shot caller or the gang member that's fucking the one or anything of an organization, club, gang, or whatever it may be, the pressure's on you. You, what the, not me. It's like I'm good, right? Allegedly. The pressure's on you and all eyes are going to go on you and basically you're going to be the fall guy for whatever they got going on. You know how they do it, man. Cut the head, it goes tumbling and the body withers. That's always been the game plan with any type of fucking, law enforcement agency. They're trying to cut the head off the snake. They're trying to get the motherfucking dragon, right? Feel the breath, right? Feel the power. That's what they're trying to do. So he was that top. He was that top for 13 years. He was that top for a very long time. Now, his predecessor already folded up like a motherfucking lawn chair that you get at Walmart, right? And gave up the ghost. So we already know how Doc went. So this Vato was supposed to be different. And he did take the club in a different direction, man. They're doing great, right? But at the same time, when the federal government pressed on them with this RICO and pressed on them with trying to take their patches and all this shit, man, it wasn't a good look for anybody. Not for them, but they fought. They fought tooth and nail for what was rightfully theirs, man. And you got to respect an organization that does that, a club that does that. And they got their just due, man. They got their shit back. So I keep my nose itches. Maybe I got a little feria coming. Or maybe little Dave's going to call me like, puto, either way, fuck, I'm still here. At the trip. So, of course, him being the man, being the spokesman for the club, all the pressure is going to be on his back. So I can see where he said, you know, fuck this. This ain't going out like this, right? Hey, is it the FBI guy? Yeah, nah, I'm not trying to snitch, right? But at the same time, is there any way that I could cut a deal where I'm good, but everyone else ain't? Well, sir, you could think about it? Okay, I'll hold. Handler, what is that? Okay, maybe I'll take one of those too. Do you guys got those that are extra large? You know what I mean? He didn't even know what time it was. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt saying that maybe he was just confused and maybe he was manipulated into doing something. Whatever the case may be, it's looking bad. It's starting to look ugly. You know, maybe his old lady was the first domino to fall to put him out there to expose him. Maybe she knew something we didn't know. You know what I mean? Call me paranoid. But at the same time, I like to just put out there the real deal, Holyfield. And I'm not trying to expose this man for being a rata. I'm not trying to expose this man for being anything other than the man that he was. But I will say, and I'll say it indubitably, my nose still itches. You know what I mean? I will say this. The Vato fucking doesn't look clean in the game. Okay? For all the fucking times that he tried to say, Charlie, gun, I didn't do it, Charlie, Cholo, I didn't do it, Charlie. Hey, stop saying Charlie all the time and fucking move to somewhere like Chole. Stay out the way. Get out the fucking way because all he's doing is bringing the limelight back on himself. Now you got gun back on the mix. I'm on the warpath. Oompa, loompa, doopity. I'm back in this motherfucker like, what happened, right? Because I'm seeing things, you know, and I feel some type of way. Yes. I feel some type of way ever since he said, hey, they're about to put a tape. He recorded me without me knowing. Did I? Bitch. I don't think so, man. I recall your old lady saying, you mind if I record this? You mind if I record this? Let's record together. We belong together. Orale, Mariah, right? And everyone doing their thing. And then at the end of the day, when a man goes back on his word, well, then a man has to double back on him, Chicano style, right? And let it be known. And then his name gets slandered. And then, you know what I mean? We go to war. You want to take me to war? I'll take you to war. Marijuana, I get 2,500 a ton. You get 500 each. You know anything about cocaine? Dígame, right? I said, dígame, vato. Straight up, the vato went back on his word, so I had to go back on mine just a little bit, right? Now, I know I should have been the bigger man, but in this motherfucking case, I slithered like the fucking culebra I could be. And that's just what it was. At the end of the day, man, now with everything going on with Little Dave, it's time for you as a gente that watches all this to decide, did this man tell her he didn't? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he's gone, right? He's no longer involved in the Raider games. He's no longer the international president. He's no longer part of that clubhouse, part of that club, man. So he doesn't know the inner workings, inner dealings of what they have going on. But it's just history, right? He plays a big part into their history, man. We can never take that away from him. So it's always it's always going to be on our mind. It's a big mystery. He's history based on the simple fact that the Pocahontas Smart guy stands in the dark, and now it's just like that, right? It's always something that we're going to wonder, did he or didn't he? Well, I'm here to tell you from my honest opinion, and it don't matter. It ain't worth shit, I guess, right? But from my honest opinion, man, I think the Vato was working with the Fed. Bang, bang, right? Now, I'm just going to say it like that. And the Menudo style in direct fashion. I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments. A lot of people say, who gives a fuck, gun? Why are you involving yourself? Because I want to. What this again in that fashion? I don't give a fuck either way. But at the end of the day, man, when you slander my name, I got to come back tenfold. Right? That's it. No forgiving and no forgetting, man. Straight up, real talk. Okay? Why does he feel the need to explain himself? People that are guilty feel the need to explain themselves. People that are righteous and don't give a fuck just be like, yeah, I did it, so what? The fucking wind was blowing. Let's say let's push, right? And people that really just want to stay out the way do that. Okay, but people that keep repeating, it was because of this and it was because of that. We were just having a steak. It wasn't even that good, but my lady told me she wasn't going to cook nothing. There wasn't nothing at the house but ramen anyway. So I said, fucking free steak from the federal government. I might as well get it. Yeah, hold. Nah, bro, it doesn't go down like that. It ain't cool like that. You know, and I'm watching, Simon. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me, and I'm seeing that this Vato keeps going on shows talking about it, right? Trying to prove that he didn't say nothing. Whether he did or he didn't, he looks guilty. That's a fact. What he said on the tape with this old lady, he looks guilty. What he said the other day, is like, yeah, guilty as charged, allegedly, right? And what people are saying, now I know people can say anything and they can twist anything the way they want it because they feel some type of way. But right here, I keep it real. I'm not going to twist something. You know, I'm going to tell the fucking absolute truth. Nothing but the truth. Help me. You know what I mean? Jehovah. Whatever. We're going to keep it real. But I'm telling you right now, when that Vato talked to me and the homeboys, man, it was more of damage control. It was more of trying to fucking sideswipe the shit. You know what I mean? Spencer. I'm getting hyphy. Trying to fucking do his thing. And I'm going to call it like I sees it. You know, I thought within 5 minutes, he might not have told on this shit, but he done said something. And like, so maybe he told on his little brothers for stealing his marbles. I don't know. At the end of the day, something was said. To what degree of saying it? Can't call it, Lil Dave. I will say this, though. It's neither here nor there. Doesn't matter now. Chale, thank God his filth was identified so that he could be out the way, so that this club could progress like they need to. They're 9-to-5ers, man. They're just doing the righteous thing. And they're being looked at as criminals and outlaws and this and that when they're really not that, man. They're really just trying to have their business be their business. And that's it. And I'm not trying to speak on your guys' business. First and foremost, respects, right? That's not what I'm doing here, man. The Mongols should be separated from this fucking J-Cat, this individual right here. Because they're about to say something. To what degree of sense I can't call it, but he did. You know what I mean? Just I'm letting you guys know right now. Something was told. Now these pictures came out, and I don't know if you guys seen these pictures, man. Go to Insane Throttle News, man. You guys can see the pictures. He's sitting there on his phone. There's a Fed agent on his phone. It looks like they're fucking conversing, and they're having a detailed conversation. Now we already know what entails that. For those of you that know. For those of you that don't. I don't really know too much, but I'm just saying from what I see, it looks like Donnie Brasco movie. Period. With that being said, it's just something I wanted to touch on, something I thought I would bring to the limelight, something I thought needed to be said. There was a history there with me and Little Dave. As far as the conversation we had, man, he didn't heed my word. And when you don't heed my word, I never forget. Never, ever. Don't ever fucking slander my name, right? And we're going to do it in that fashion. With that being said, gente, this is not to defecate on our raza. This is not to shit on one man. This is to expose the truth. Call it for what you see it, man. And Little Dave, my advice to you one more time. Fucking do it pushing, man. Stay out the way, man. Stop trying to prove yourself. You're a grown man, man. Grown men don't have to do that. Everyone that knows already, bro. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you can do. Alright, with that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you go out there, you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about struggling, striving, and hustling for your familia. That's all we have, man. That's all that Vato has. He should recognize that and push. It is what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. Let the motherfucking comments begin. I already know people have one thing to say. Gunner, why are you worried about it? Because I am, but because I want to be and because I am. Bang, bang. This is the gun.